What's going on, chess friends? It's Rafi Chowdhury here today, and I'm recording another video. Looks like I'm having a little bit of issues with the webcam, so we're gonna go ahead and switch that off. Today, I'm gonna do a few chess puzzles with you guys, and while I do these puzzles, I'm gonna talk about something that a lot of people, especially those who are new to chess or who don't play chess, typically the question they like to ask, and that is that they want to ask is chess and checkers the same? Um, the answer to that is no, they're not the same, or else they would be called the same thing. And I'm getting this challenge for a 16-minute game, and I'm not going to play that right now. I just don't have that kind of time. But anyway, so chess and checkers are not the same game, of course. Checkers is a pretty simple game that's played with little circular pieces. Checker pieces typically move diagonally one square forward, and they can jump over another piece. And when you get a piece on the other side, it becomes a king, and those pieces then can go forward, backward, both ways, and yeah, jump in any direction as well. But chess is a very complex game that has pieces that move in different ways. Um, Queen can move in any direction. The rook moves like a plus sign. The bishop moves like a multiplication sign. The king goes to any square that touches the square that it's in. The pawn moves one square or two squares forward and captures one square in front of it diagonally. And then the knight moves in an L shape. So that's just basically how the chess pieces move in a very quick nutshell. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started with our puzzles. So if you are watching this, I'm sure you are already a chess player, and you have probably gotten a good understanding that chess is a very different game from checkers, which is played on the same board, but with different pieces and completely different rules and objectives as well. The other thing is that chess is a solved game, whereas checkers is a solved game, whereas chess is not a solved game. It is very complex. Today's best chess computers can play extremely strong chess, but they are by no means playing perfect chess or anything of that type just yet. They play almost perfect chess. So here in this puzzle in front of us, the first thing I like to do when I solve these tactical puzzles is I like to look at the material count. So I'm looking at this and I'm looking to see if there's a queen, there's a rook, there's a bishop that we have. And white we can see has a queen, rook, bishop, and has an extra knight. The pawn count is 3 pawns to 4 pawns. So we have basically a pawn for the knight. So now what to do here? Well, first things I like to look at is the checks and captures. There's a capture available here. I don't see any checks available, so those are the first things we need to calculate. And then we want to see how can we attack the king. And if we see a forcing line, we want to go ahead and start calculating that forcing line very quickly. So I know that if I can somehow get my rook maybe to g2, that would be a really good position for me. Somehow if I can get my queen and rook to line up on this second rank, that would also be something really good for me. I also like to look at the loose pieces in these positions. So that's a loose piece right there. Nothing is defending the bishop. And the knight and queen are kind of loose as well, only they're defending each other and nothing. And yeah, the knight's being defended by the rook. So pieces are not really optimally positioned right now either. So that being said, I already see a move like d3 that comes to mind. So after a move like d3, actually another move comes to mind. The queen to c5, which threatens a discovered attack and also threatens the bishop at the same time. But I think you can play bishop d3 and stop both threats at the same time. So if d3 right away, his threats are also there. There's some threats from black or white as well. They're not as direct yet, but he is definitely threatening some things in the future on g6. So I'm looking at this move d6 here, d3. If bishop takes d3, then we can play maybe queen d5 check, queen d4 check. Rook f2 has to be played. We've gotten him in all sorts of pins and stuff, but I don't see anything concrete there either. We could play a move like rook to e3, hitting the queen. Then next move we can play something like d3. It's definitely an idea. But I'm not sure what happens after queen to h6. Maybe actually he can't play h6 because we have queen rook g3 check. Actually, why are we not just taking this with check? Obvious move. Now to figure out what's our next move. So we've got the king kind of cut off. So if we can somehow get a queen or something into this second rank, we could checkmate. I'm thinking maybe we can play this actually, because the knight is pinned. So we can actually win this queen next move. Very good. That was a solution. All right, let's continue. So he just took a pawn. So material-wise, we have the queen and 2 rooks and 3 minors. We have the queen and 2 rooks and 3 minors on the other side as well. 6 pawns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He just took the 6th one. We're down a pawn right now. So captures and checks are the first things I look at. Capture here, capture there, capture there, capture here. Loose pieces in the position. There's no checks. There's loose piece, kind of loose piece here as well. So let's look at first what happens if we just take it. We can't because pawn can't take and rook takes bishop. Bishop can take. So here I like to think of if there's an in-between move that we can play to deflect the queen, then we can take the knight. I don't see any in-between moves necessarily either. What about a move like queen to c5? Attacks the bishop, and if bishop takes c5, then we can take back with the pawn. Queen takes, then we can take with the rook. Yep, that's the answer right here. So this move right here attacks multiple pieces at the same time, and it's just really impossible for black to be able to defend against all these threats. So now we can take the knight for free. So yeah, he couldn't really do anything. So in this case, if instead this happened, then we would have taken back, and if queen took back, then we would have then taken. Actually, we could have played this move as well. As a matter of fact, takes here. Can take this, and it's just we're winning a lot of material here. All right, so next position right here. So again, material count: queen and 2 rooks and 2 minors, queen and 2 rooks and 2 minors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 7, 3, 6. So we're down just a pawn that he just took, and he's got the 2 bishops, and we have the 2 knights. That's the major difference, key difference here. So I'm calculating what happens if we just take this. If we take the bishop, he takes our knight. I think we can just take the rook. Hmm. So now we have to somehow save the knight on f5 and also make it to where After he takes on f6, queen takes f6. We don't have any checkmate ideas or anything like that, but I think knight e3 solves and fixes all those problems. I think the idea is that he's going to go for a perpetual check here. I'm going to go ahead and play knight to e3 here. Oops, that wasn't the correct move here. Maybe knight somewhere else? I don't know. If it wasn't the knight move, then what the move? What is the move? I don't know. Maybe this. Oh yeah, if he takes that, then we take the bishop, and if he doesn't take it, then we move the knight away, and we'd retain the integrity of this castled kingside position here. That's the idea. Very good. So we have queen, two rooks, and two minor pieces. Queen, two rooks, and two minor pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns. It's pretty even materially. So he's threatening a devastating check on b7. But we can step to the side to king c8. So with that being said, maybe we can just take the pawn knight on g3. I would bet that it probably takes with the queen, because we want to retain the idea of queen takes e3 check at some point in the near future. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that the idea is not to. If I play king e8 here, I'm actually getting checkmated with rook to b8. If I take this, then he's taking back with checkmate, so I've got to play this. Yep, he checks there, and if I block it that way, I don't know how much I'm getting, so I think I'm gonna have to play this kind of way. I'll block it with the bishop though. Oh, yeah, with this move. And what is the move? This one right here? I don't know. What my next move is gonna be. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's this. Wow. Wow, that was tough puzzle. Tough puzzle. Yeah, so a lot going on there. That was like, how many moves that was? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7 move combination. Wow. So queen, 2 rooks, and then bishop, queen, 2 rooks, and a knight. Yeah, this is definitely not checkers. Way more complicated, as you can clearly see. If we take the queen, he takes back, and we play rook takes g6. There's nothing there. So check, 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 capture, 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 check. A lot of things to calculate here. Most obviously, our queen is under attack by 2 pieces right now. The knight, not so much because it's pinned, but the queen is attacking our queen. His pieces seem pretty well developed. So I'm thinking queen e6 check might be the idea here. Hold on, I'm calculating rook takes g6 as well. Then playing queen e6 check. No, I don't think I want to give up my queen rook that early. I think this is first. Yep. If I play rook d1 now, that might be actually the right idea here. If rook d1, queen f6, then I can take the queen, then take the rook. Oh, that move. Queen takes rook, king takes rook, takes rook, rook takes. Hmm. Hmm. Trying to think of where I want to move this queen now. I don't see what the next move is gonna have to be. Maybe it's this. Nope. Nope, that's not it either. That's not it. What? No. What? So confused. What's going on here? Maybe it's this. This. Yeah, we're up a piece. Wow, that was very complicated. All right, so queen two rooks, and we've got the two niner pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So we're down material for sure. So we've got to find some sort of a winning idea here. Already queen takes b7 is worth considering. Also looking at knight d6 ideas, but I don't think there's anything there. Of course, knight takes a8 is an idea. But that just doesn't look right. So I'm going to go ahead and play queen takes b7 here. If he gives me the free bishop, I will take him up on that. What? Oh man, because he takes the knight next move. Goodness. Wow. Maybe this was the idea, yeah. Now we play check here. Now we take this. Okay, wow. Complicated. But we figured it out. Okay. So next move, this one. Okay, bishop g7 check, king h7, queen h6. I don't know what we're getting there. Bishop g7, king g8, then bishop takes f8, rook takes queen. I see the idea now. Oh no, it's queen h6 first. Now we take here. Oh wow, still no. Wow. I mean, we could. Well, we've got to save our this pieces somehow. Man, I don't know. This one is tricky too. This is maybe the idea, yeah. Okay, so king and 2 rooks and 2 minors, king and 2 queen and 2 rooks and 2 minors, queen and 2 rooks, 2 minors, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pawns. So we're up a pawn. No, it's even, I'm sorry. Material is even. So checks and captures and things like that we need to calculate first. So knight takes b3, okay. It's obviously an idea. What if we take this first? Or play here first. Knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes. Nothing there. Well, if queen takes a2, then rook a1, queen b2, queen takes a2, rook a1, knight takes, rook takes, knight takes rook. Let's go for that idea. And we've gotten some material out of that whole sequence, which is great. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I was able to answer your question of whether chess and checkers are the same thing or not. Hopefully that you guys understand now that it's not the same thing. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks again for joining, and leave your comments below the video and let me know how you guys liked and enjoyed this session. Thank you.